How you doing? And welcome back to Objectively Biased with me, your host, the objective one, the Fog, Steve Fogneck. And today we're going to talk about Terrell Owens, and is he or is he not a Hall of Famer? Now, the common consensus is going to be he is. Look at his numbers. However, there are a few, one in particular, Jason Whitlock, a respected sports writer and a reporter, who had his, disparaging comments in regards to Terrell Owens being a Hall of Famer. Take a listen.
As you can see, he's top 10 in receiving yards, receiving touchdowns, and receptions. Seems like a no-brainer. Jason, I think he's a Hall of Famer despite his issues. Do you?
Totally disagree with you.
Okay. So first, he says it's not about stats, that there's no note on the Hall of Fame saying it's all about stats. Well, that's an ignorant thing to say, considering that everything dealing with the Hall of Fame is about statistics, considering that whenever we discuss players, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, it's all about the numbers, yet you want to arbitrarily remove that when it comes to Terrell Owens. You want to remove the fact that he's in the top 10 in receptions, in yards, in touchdowns. You just want to take that out. But why do you want to take that out, Mr. Whitlock?
I've never thought of the Hall of Fame as just stats. I think it's about, did you win?
Okay, so now your next debate is, he doesn't win. Yet 6 out of the 8 years, I believe, he was in San Francisco, they went to the playoffs. 96, 97, 98. They were 12-4, 13-3, 12-4 under Steve Young. His breakout year was in 98 while Jerry Rice was still playing. That breakout year, 67 receptions, over 1,000 yards receiving, 14 touchdowns. 2000, again, solid season. First full season with Jeff Garcia as the starting quarterback. 2001, 2002, 12-4, 10-6, playoff teams. He doesn't win, right? He goes to Philadelphia. Philadelphia struggling to get over the hump. He gets there, Super Bowl. Dallas making a transition, having Tony Romo become the starting quarterback. First year, team goes 6-10. Second year, 13-3. But he doesn't win? Really? But then you turn around and you make a comment like this.
T.O. ruined as many quarterbacks as he helped.
Okay, so now you said he destroyed quarterbacks' careers. Well, we got Steve Young from 96, 97, and 98. Now, Steve Young was at the tail end of his career. 99, he wound up being finished. But in 98, Owens' breakout career, like I said before, 67 receptions, over 1,000 yards receiving, 14 touchdowns. And yes, that's still playing side by side with Jerry Rice. But he destroyed quarterbacks' careers. 99, Young went down. It was a development. It was a changing of the guard. Jeff Garcia comes in as the starting quarterback. 2000, 2001, 2002. Well, they won 2 out of those 3 seasons, 12-4, 10-6. Oh, by the way, Jeff Garcia, without Terrell Owens, would have been a clipboard quarterback. You know, the guys that do this. Instead, Jeff Garcia put up his first, second, and third most passing yards of his entire career, best passer rating of his career, most touchdowns, 31 and 32, in his career, all because of Terrell Owens. But he destroyed quarterbacks. So he goes to Philadelphia, a team that just can't get over the hump. First year there, Donovan McNabb puts up his best passer rating in his career, best completion percentage in his career, most touchdowns in his career, best touchdown to interception ratio in his career, second most passing yards in his career. And what the Eagles do? They go to the Super Bowl. But he destroys quarterbacks, right? He winds up in Dallas. And he winds up with Tony Romo. Again, a transitional period. So the first year, a little choppy. Second year, Dallas goes 13-3. Over 4,200 passing yards for Tony Romo. 36 touchdowns and 97 passer rating. Oh. But T.O., yeah. He destroys quarterbacks' careers. You know, maybe before you talk shit, you should actually do your homework. But I know. Jason Whitlock, you also grade on merit. It's character, like you said. He's going to be known for obliterating these teams. Being a nuisance, a distraction. Lawrence Taylor was a cokehead. He's in the Hall of Fame. There's notable people who were racist in the Baseball Hall of Fame, Ty Cobb being one of them. The Hall of Fame is filled and riddled, all Hall of Fames, with players with personality issues. But stats got them in there. You said T.O. doesn't win, but I just showed you otherwise. So to sit here and just try to disregard everything that this man has done because you've got a stick up your ass about character, well, that's an injustice to your profession. Terrell Owens belongs in the Hall of Fame. And to say he doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame because he doesn't win, well, shit. You better pull Dan Marino out of the Hall of Fame. He didn't win. LaDainian Tomlinson, great career. He didn't win. Pull him out of the Hall of Fame. Hell, if winning is all that matters, then Terry Bradshaw might be the greatest quarterback that ever played the game. And if you believe that, then Jason Whitlock, whatever respect I had for you, is completely gone. Because your commentary on this is a joke. And if you believe what you're saying, well, it makes your Humpty Dumpty looking ass a joke too. So now, on to my objective thought, and I'm going to keep it consistent here. We're going to go about Terrell Owens in the Hall of Fame. Listen, Owens by no means was the consummate teammate. As a matter of fact, he did divide locker rooms. But let's not act like the locker rooms he divided, he did all by himself. It takes two to tango. And there has to be something there. Whether it was a transition period in San Francisco where the man wasn't happy. Is he an asshole for throwing those players under the bus? Absolutely. But he did perform when he got on the field. Same thing in Philadelphia. Yes, was he a jerk for throwing McNabb under the bus? Absolutely. But he performed when he was on the field. We could try to discredit him all we want to, but his statistics put him in the conversation of being a Hall of Famer. Hell, put him in the conversation of being one of the 5 best wide receivers to ever play the game. And on that merit alone, Terrell Owens belongs in the Hall of Fame. And for sports writers and analysts to even debate this, to question it, when everything screams out HOF. That's ignorant and irresponsible. And if you have a personal bias towards a player, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. You say you don't go with the status quo, but Jason Whitlock, putting him in the Hall of Fame isn't going with the status quo. It's going with the numbers that he put up. It's going with the eye test when you watch that man play. Not what your personal feelings about how he conducted himself or how locker rooms were divided. Yes, that's part of the game. And for an average player, you can make that argument. For a great player, take the back seat and just enjoy what that man did when he was on the football field. Instead of being this over-analytical, critical, stubborn son of a bitch that seems like he's mad because he couldn't do what Owens did. Thank you for watching Objectively Biased. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Stephen Fogmeg. Follow me on Instagram, S_Fogmeg. And on Twitter, The Fog, @SFogmeg. Thank you and enjoy.